Now, first, and it's just going to be quick, please forgive me, but I can't resist. I mean, this is a fascinating story of the kind that I never thought I'd cover on this show.
Strange lights spotted off our coast are getting a lot of attention. Video shows 14 glowing orbs hovering in the air. Look at this. This is off the Outer Banks. The man recording the video can be heard saying he's in the middle of the ocean on a ferry. He says no land or boats were nearby and questions, what is this? Online, the video has gone viral, with many speculating it's likely the military, while others believe it's more evidence we are not alone in the universe. According to the National UFO Reporting Center, North Carolina is considered one of the most active places in the country for UFO sightings.
Who would have known?
What do you think, Mike?
Well, you know, at first I thought maybe those were Chinese lanterns because at night, you know, they kind of glow.
Yeah.
But it's still far away,
That was pretty far
and it's out to sea, so it's not that. And others have chimed in and said it's some military flares.
Right.
I don't know.
I was thinking drones, but then it's far away. I don't
and,
think so.
And from what I read in the article a few days ago, the lights went out, and then 2 minutes later they came back on.
Just a few weeks ago, the Navy admitted for the first time that several UFO videos were real, meaning they show actual area phenomenon that so far the Pentagon cannot explain.
And it's really at that point we'll be able to make some sort of definitive conclusion, keeping in mind that we still have to follow the scientific process and methods, and at the same time have peer review. So it's not just as simple as coming out and saying, hey, look what we found. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done.
I bet that's right, and of course you'll be challenged, as you ought to be challenged, I think.
Flying objects caught on camera by the U.S. Navy, some of them off the California coast, have baffled people around the world. Tonight, the military is finally admitting they have no idea what they are.
Navy calls them an unidentified aerial phenomena and confirms they are real.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
As we both looked out the right side of our airplane, we saw a disturbance in the water and a white object, oblong, pointing north.
The U.S. Navy aircraft recorded the objects during a training mission. A commander says they looked like 40-foot-long Tic Tacs that changed direction very rapidly.
This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. The ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.
They are the U.S. Navy videos that have made the rounds on the internet.
My gosh.
And had the world speculating on what the military had captured. The unidentified flying objects even had the Navy pilots wondering what they were looking at.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
Officials argue these videos were never supposed to be released to the public, but yet they were. Here we are talking about it.
Or as Navy spokesman Joseph Gradisher put it, the Navy considers the phenomena contained or depicted in these 3 vids as unidentified. It's not to say they're alien craft, of course. But here is one of those UFOs. This is footage shot in 2004 from a US military aircraft. And you'll see that video changing the focus briefly. The object jumps up in size just to see better before whatever it is they're filming takes off to the left. And then, of course, 4 years ago, there was another unidentified object which astonished the US pilots. The Vice Chairman of the US Senate Intelligence Committee says this is being investigated, although President Donald Trump is not so impressed.
Well, I think some of the press reports are accurate. I think people are taking this issue much more seriously, and I'm not going to get into any of the contents of the briefing. It was a classified briefing.
I want them to think whatever they think. They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
So the U.S. government is admitting that they have no idea what these things are, that they're probably not some Russian superplane. And nobody's paying attention to this. I mean, this seems like a watershed moment. I mean, we have all this tape of objects defying the known laws of physics right next to U.S. military installations. The military admits it. Why is this not page 1 news everywhere?
They can't deny that there are sightings as such. Whether that happens to be, anything out of this earth is yet to be determined.
Boom noises outside Bloomington, well, they're actually waking people up almost every night.
A lot of people wondering about this. They're fed up, and tonight they want answers. Fox 59's Mike Sullivan went to Bloomington to find out what could be behind these mysterious noises.
We are all afraid of what goes bump in the night.
To me, it sounds like really loud fireworks. Like a shotgun times 10.
I'm thinking cannon.
The unexplained, the unidentified, that keeps children awake.
No, definitely not a firecracker. This is definitely worldly. Like, it feels like a big boom.
Well, some in Cleveland's Slavic Village neighborhood are hearing something go boom in the night. It comes with unexplained flashes in the night sky. And that boom, it's big enough to rattle windows and the nerves of dozens of homeowners. The source of this mystery is creating plenty of speculation on social media as well.
Developing tonight, a mystery boom that has people buzzing. Neighbors from Lavernia to Karnes City say they heard a loud explosion. Now everyone is speculating what it could have been.
What I've heard like a loud bang, like a boom. Almost sounds like a bomb at times. No, definitely not a firecracker. This is definitely worldly. Like, it feels like a big boom.
Dozens of Cleveland Slavic Village residents like Edward McDonald now reporting mysterious sonic blasts at all hours of the night, shaking their neighborhood.
Back there in that corner, which is, 65th and Fleet.
Some of the blasts captured on video outdoor home security cameras and posted on YouTube and Facebook.
Ready? See that?
First showing a flash, lighting up the night sky in Slavic Village, and then seconds later, an accompanying blast. The phenomenon getting plenty of comments on the Fleet Broadway Slavic Village Facebook page, with residents only able to guess where the flashes of light and explosions are coming from.
It shakes houses, it rattles windows. It hasn't caused any destruction yet, or it hasn't caused any property damage, but it definitely is noticeable.
Earthquakes, military drills, or blown transformers. Whatever it is, the mystery booms we first reported last week on the Wake-Franklin County line are still happening.
A homeowner I'd spoken with last week reached out saying she heard a blast just last night. That's why we came out here today, hoping to finally get to the bottom of this.
It sounds like a firebomb.
Neighbors say the loud booms happen late at night or early in the morning. They're powerful enough to shake homes and wake people up.
Pretty loud sound. It's more than you might get with, say, thunderstorm.
It's not a gunshot because we hear gunshots here all the time. We hear rifles.
People in and around the Barham Place subdivision along the Wake County-Franklin County line say it's been going on for about a month.
It's a little bit frustrating for people in the neighborhood that are experiencing it.
That's why Will Brooks and others reached out to CBS 17. I tried to figure out what's behind it. I started with NCDOT and the 401 widening project. They say it's not them. Duke Energy tells me they're not responsible. I also called Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. They say this area isn't in their flight path. So I went to the National Weather Service.
The only thing that really comes to mind would be a thunderstorm. And we have not had any thunderstorms here in the Raleigh area in probably a couple of months now.
Scott Sharp is a lead forecaster. He looked into it for us.
It looks like these booms that people are hearing cannot really be explained by any kind of meteorological phenomenon.
Neighbors say they've spoken with a geologist at NC State. No luck there either. Now, the Wake County Sheriff's Office confirms they have received several more calls about this over the last week. They, too, have no idea what is causing these large booms or blasts.
I'm going to say 4 or 5, maybe 6 times a week. It's random.
The mysterious booms haunting neighbors for the past 2 weeks, leaving everyone on edge.
The neighbor's dog, she starts pacing in the early evening because she knows it's coming.
Nearly every neighbor has a guess, but few know a boom like Ronnie Campbell.
Been around quite a bit of it.
During a tour in Afghanistan as an infantry medic, his truck was hit by an RPG.
It just blew the front end of the truck apart, blew the wheels off the side.
His hearing hasn't been the same since, but that noise still reaches his bedroom.
It's gonna be more like your cannonball.
Neighbors keep gesturing, saying it's over there, suggesting here, near Kirksville and Harmony Road.
It rattles the whole wall.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole house shakes when it happens.
Vanessa joins us live from Lavernia. Vanessa, what are law enforcement and first responders telling you about this boom?
Well, Deb, county authorities said that this just doesn't make sense. And as for some of those theories like a sonic boom, Joint Base San Antonio said it wasn't them. And there's also another theory about a local company that may be using explosives to test materials. But we reached out to that company and they said, nope, wasn't us either. And as for that theory about an earthquake, well, Deb, there's been no seismic activity reported in this area.
Very strange. All right, Vanessa.